Hey there, welcome to Professor Pearl, a YouTube channel about knitting and other crafts. I'm Nicole, and today I'm with Sara from Apricot Yarn.
Yeah, hi.
Hi, thanks so much for agreeing to
Talk
with me.
Happy to.
Do you want to talk about what you're wearing today?
I am wearing the Rift tee. It is a marled version using Mojave from Kilbourne Woolens. They did a knit along a couple summers ago, and I joined in. So yeah, it's all cotton, nice and light for summer or over something.
Yeah, I've knit a Rift too, and I've worn it on the channel, but I did not think to marl yarn. So
yeah,
do you do that to get gauge or just?
I think so. I mean, I thought it might be a little too heavy, but that's what they said to do, so I just followed along and it worked. So
it's so fun. So this is located in an art district, which is really fun. And if you hear some background noise, it's because it's so
we're a busy little place.
Yeah, it's lively.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this is the Liberty Station Arts District. It's an old Navy training center that they turned into a neighborhood, an arts district, a shopping district. So it's really fun to be there.
Yeah, and I had no idea when I wanted to come out. I just wanted to see the yarn store, but now I'm excited to.
Yeah, it's a great place to spend the afternoon.
Yeah, to just check it out and walk around. So I think I didn't realize that this would be so fun and beautiful. So I'm wondering, do you get a lot of tourists?
We do get a lot of tourists. It's definitely like a hot spot for San Diego.
Yeah.
There's lots of good stuff to eat. There's museums. There's art studios.
So I watched your YouTube channel, and so I was like, I know she knits. Because I was seeing some of the sweaters you were showing that you've made.
Yeah.
And so I'm just wondering your story about knitting, like how'd you learn to knit? And I'm wondering, do you crochet? Just kind of your fiber story.
Yeah. So I first learned to knit and crochet when I was around 13 or 14. My mom was kind of on this sweater knitting kick, so I decided I would try it. My square was very parallelogram, not square with lots of holes, so I wasn't super proud of that and kind of wasn't super encouraged by that. And then my friend had learned how to crochet from her grandma, so we did a little bit of that sometimes when we were at her house. But I didn't really learn how to knit and crochet until I was pregnant with my first daughter, and that was about 20 years ago. And so I started knitting and crocheting for her. So that sort of started my knitting journey. I'm definitely a knitter. I do crochet a little bit, but my passion is for knitting. I just love the way it looks and feels when you're wearing it. So, yeah.
So you said that you got more into knitting with the birth of your first daughter, which makes me realize that you have more than one daughter.
Yes, I have 3 daughters.
I was watching your YouTube channel, and you started to knit a sweater with your daughter, which was a break or something?
Yeah, it was a tank top. She forgot her knitting project at school, and so I was just like, let's just figure out something easy to make. So we found a little tank top pattern and then went through this scrap and stash bins, found some fun stuff to put together for that. So yeah, it's fun to knit with my kids. I have my daughter Sadie, she's my oldest. She definitely is more of a collaborator. I can hand her my project and she'll work on it happily. And then
collaborator.
Yeah. I have my middle daughter Emma, she's 17. She's definitely super independent. She doesn't want me to do even one stitch on her projects usually. She asks for help, but it's I have to show her so she can do it. And then my youngest daughter Avery, she's 12. And she's not really into knitting, but all of a sudden she loves wearing all my knit sweaters. So I'll come home from work and she will have worn one to school, which is fun too.
That's the best. Yeah, that's the best. I have a 4-year-old who's very picky.
Yeah.
And she recently has really taken a thing for this purple sweater I made, and then one that's a compass sweater from Tin Can Knits is pink.
Yeah.
She calls it her diamond sweater. And there's no greater joy to me than seeing her wear.
Yeah.
I made her, so that's cool.
I know all of my kids went through a phase where I was making them lots of stuff and they just all of a sudden stopped wanting to wear it, and so they were just cut off until they were back into that mode of will you do this for me, or can I have one of those? That's fun when they want them again.
Do you remember teaching your daughters to knit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a lot of little tiny sessions for like 5 or 10 minutes. Because my first daughter, she learned when she was pretty little, but it wasn't. They didn't really make anything until they were older, like teenagers. They just kind of would say, "Can I do that?" And I'd cast on some stitches, and they'd knit for a few minutes, and then they'd be off doing something else. But yeah, they all learned that way.
Before I pressed record, I was telling you that I say apricot yarn. You say apricot.
Apricot,
Doesn't matter. But how did that come to be? Like, how did apricot yarn? Like, how did you come with the name, or how does the store? How was it born?
Yeah, so we lived in New Jersey for a short time, and there was this woman who had this beautiful little shop that had yarn and antiques and handmade stuff from the area, and I just loved the vibe of the shop and the aesthetic and her combination of things, as well as her personality. She was the nicest woman. And so that planted the seed for like, ooh, this could be a fun idea to do in the future. And then in 2017, my husband and I kind of was like, I really want to do this now. And he was like, okay, let's go. And so we started looking for our locations, and he did all the business part of it, because that's definitely not my strength. I'm good at curating the space and finding the beautiful things and knitting them. So we did that in 2017 and opened in July of 2017. So we're coming up on our 5-year anniversary this summer. Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
So what is something unique about your store? I think we've gotten a hint that it's in a beautiful location.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like our curated selection of natural yarns and tools is pretty unique for San Diego, for our local area. But then our location of our shop is just super unique. And it definitely makes a lot of people enjoy their day here rather than just whipping into the yarn shop, grabbing what you need and heading home. So there's some wonderful coffee and food next door, across the street. Yeah, like right next door. And then we have like the arts district, so there's museums and art galleries and artist studios that you're welcome to visit when they're open. And then we have tons of food. Like there's a public market down the road, just at the end of our block, and it's just a big open space with lots of vendors. So it's a nice place to walk around. And then there's the military history of the area, so you'll see that as you walk around. It's like 300 acres, the whole entire Liberty Station.
I did sense it was kind of military.
Yeah, used to be the Naval Training Center for the West Coast.
Oh, wonderful.
I think it's now up by you in Oregon, in Washington.
So one of the things I'm wondering is, what's your favorite part of weaving apricot yarns?
Yeah, so I definitely have a great team around me, and it's really great to have Cheryl and Sherry and my mom. Those are all my employees that work here, and they're definitely inspiration and so helpful. And then there's all of our customers as well, like, well, I call them shop ambassadors, but they're, it's just so inspiring to see what you're going to make, or this other woman or man is going to make with what they purchase, and they tag us on Instagram and we get to see their projects, or they bring it in and show it off. And so I think it's just that constant feeding of creativity and inspiration that is one of the best parts of being the owner of the shop.
Thank you so much again for letting me visit your store. I had to come early before they opened up, so I'm really appreciative of that.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm really excited to go shop now.
Yeah, go check it out. Squeeze all the yarn.
I was trying to take video of the store, and I was like, oh, this could be a souffle. Oh. Well, anyway, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
And I will link all the information to your social media, Instagram, YouTube channel, Facebook, and your website, which is a really nice website.
Yeah. You can shop from afar.
Yeah. I mean, not to digress, but it's very hard to find really nice websites for local yarn stores that have nice pictures of the yarn that are easy to navigate. And I thought it was really cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
we definitely put a lot of time into that.
Virtually. Go check San Diego out virtually.
Yeah, and then come visit us when you're in town.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Hey there, I am back in Oregon and I thought that I would show you some of the things I got at Apricot Yarn. Okay, so one of the first things that caught my eye that I purchased was this, which is Perennial from Kelborn Mullins. I purchased some Perennial from Kelborn Mullins this fall when I visited Wild Hand in Philadelphia. And I purchased a neon pink version that I thought I would make a Musselburgh hat out of. And so when I saw this initially in the store, I was like, the first thing caught my eye, and I was like, I need to not buy it because I already have one that I haven't knit yet too. But on the wall, like, not only was there this beautiful bright, what color is this called? Neon lime, very appropriate. So this beautiful neon lime, there was a hat hanging there next to it, and Emily from the Botanical Knitter, I follow her on Instagram, she knit a Musselburgh hat out of this exact yarn and color, and the hat that was hanging at Apricot was, I think, the Oslo hat from Petite Knit, and so I was like, either one would be great. So I think if I knit a Musselburgh out of this, I will give it to Kyle. I feel like he has a lot of bright colors like this, or he would wear this. Kyle, would you wear this as a hat?
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Okay. He's working behind me. If you hear clicking. Well, not behind me, in front of me. This is good. I must be in a little bit of a hat mood. Books and Beanies make along on this channel in collaboration with We Share Needles coming up on May 15th. So I think, like, while I was in the store, I just like kept thinking like hats, because the other yarn I bought is for another hat. It was the first time I've ever seen this yarn in person. I've seen it on the internet, just never in person. And it is Double Sunday yarn. Do you say Sandus yarn? And then this is a petite knit yarn. Here's the wild thing about this Double Sunday. It's very popular. I see lots of people knitting with it. The wild thing to me is it is super soft, but it's not superwash. I think it's a non-superwash yarn. It's merino wool, produced in Norway by Sandusgar. Yeah, it's a non-superwash wool, but I know that I tend to say that non-superwash wool is soft. Like, I will talk about how I've knit with Lopi and things, but this actually is like crazy soft. Like, people who've never knit with a non-superwash yarn should try this, because I think they would just be like, oh, this is incredible. And they had like a pink at Apricot. They had a light pink color, but I was just thinking I have some light pink yarn for a hat already planned, and so I went a little bit out of my typical kind of palette. What am I talking about? I guess not, but what color is this? It's sort of I don't know what color it is, but it's sort of this, it kind of, in the camera it's looking a little brown, but to me it looks like a rosy pink. It's like got a pink tone to it, like a pink brown. Anyway, so I got two of these so I could knit a hipster hat, and I actually purchased the pattern right away, and I'm hoping to knit this as part of my Books and Beanies make along. And most of the sizes require just 2 balls of Double Sunday, but like I think the largest size would require 3. And not only is it so soft and squishy and comes in a bunch of colors, but also it's like pretty budget friendly, I feel like. So I think a very nice option. So at Apricot, I was really torn about what kind of book to get because they had a lot of really good options for books. I was like looking at a making, but this was the first time I've seen this book in person at a store. And it's called The Shetland Trader. And look at that cover sweater. Like all this chevron, there's poofy sleeves. So good. I was like very much drawn to this. And I also thought this was really cute too. I wouldn't do it in these colors, but I do really like that a lot. There was a lot in here that I thought, wow, these are just so pretty. Like another like knitted dress. So cute. I mean, I could just keep showing you item after item. They're just really like, and even like how they styled their knits, like just beautiful. So anyway, I'm really glad I picked this up. Sara donated this to the channel, so she gave one to me, and also she gave me a second one to do as a giveaway, which is so kind. And it's very cute bag. The material is hemp, and that's the logo, which is, I think, adorable. A little apricot with an A. And inside of it, there's these really cute vinyl stickers. So I just thought that was really sweet. And what I think I'm going to do, because I have a second one of these, is I think I'm going to save it for I have like 3 knit-alongs going on right now on my channel, so I think I'm going to save it for a prize, as like a prize package for one of the knit-alongs. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the video of Apricot Yarn, and I'll have everything linked below, and thanks so much for watching.